Alright guys, welcome, and here we go again. Alright, we got Kevin here, amateur fighter, and we got James Garcia, okay? Submission fighter out of Holliston School. He came to me originally for self-defense. He's a sergeant in the Marine Corps, and he came to this just to improve his hand-to-hand combat abilities, alright? Now he's competing a lot in submission fighting and jiu-jitsu tournaments and grappling, okay? Very good. I'm going to have him do some of the submissions today, and I'm going to walk around just pinpoint ways to make it easy. He's very technical, okay? Alright guys, so let's go ahead and start. We're going to start from positions. We're going to do guard, armbar from guard, key lock from side control, and we're going to do armbar from the mount. Alrighty? Let's start with armbar from the guard. Let's go. So James, I'm going to take it over.
Alright guys, so the first thing you're going to do is, obviously you're going to be in the guard. You're going to close up your guard. You're going to make sure that you have control of his posture and that he isn't posted up on you. Okay, so by doing that, you kind of want to squeeze your legs in and make sure that you bring them into you. Now
okay, so one second. So the legs, these legs, well, we showed you the guard before, okay? The legs, the thighs are going to be what drives him in, so open the guard up. So if his legs are stretched out, he has space to move around. So he's going to close the guard and scoot him in. All right, that's what he's talking about. Just like a thigh master. Do a thigh master on a guy, bring him into you. Okay.
Alright, so the first step is I'm going to take my right hand here and I'm going to swim it underneath his arm and grab his elbow over here. Alright, I'm going to grab behind the elbow, that's very key. And I'm going to have his arm across my body. Okay? Next step is I'm going to take my left arm, I'm going to place it on his shoulder, ensuring that the blade of my forearm is pressed up against his neck. Okay? So far I got my arm behind his elbow, I got the blade of my forearm across his neck. This is to avoid him from coming down on me. Try pushing down him. That's to avoid him coming down on me. So I have control of his body right here. So now, the second step is I'm going to take, if I'm going to attack his right arm, I'm going to post my left leg on his hip, like this. Right? Now,
actually, you know what, James? Demonstrate the whole move and then go break it down. Demonstrate it completely.
Okay.
All the way, finish on.
So I'm here, I'm motion, from down, push his hand, go over, knees together, and
breaking the arm here. Walk to the top. Just tap it with his foot. Alright, you can tap with your foot, tap verbally, say tap with the foot or tap with the hand. Or just say, you know, time, tap, whatever. Let's go. Now demonstrate to me.
So, first step again, come underneath, grab behind the elbow, forearm against his neck, over here, avoid him from coming down against me, post my foot against his hip. I'm going to windshield wipe my back, making the left side of my hip flare out. As I do this, I'm going to take my right leg and I'm going to pin him down right here.
Make sure you hit him hard here, so he'll break his base. He won't start standing up on you. So this keeps him really pinned on you. All right.
Second step is I'm going to push on his head to bring the leg over. Once I bring the leg over, I ensure that my knees are tight right here to have control. Make sure the thumb is up. Make sure his thumb is up and apply pressure by lifting the hips.
Excellent. Let me jump in there. So, real quick, one drill that you can do, and what sometimes you don't get a chance. If you're just learning it in class, you're going to be able to learn all these techniques that James is teaching you. So, but one quick way just to go through it: grab the tricep, grab the wrist, or grab the shoulder. Put the foot on the same side of the arm you're attacking. Foot on the hip, windshield wide, push over. And remember, what you're doing here is you're breaking the hand here. Alright? Thumb up, pointing the ceiling, hips up off the ground, knees nice and tight. See, they weren't tight there, but I was still able to finish. But if the guy defends, it's going to be harder, so you want to have your knees tight. Finish up, break this hand here, right? One quick drill sometimes you can do with your partner, or in class that we do a lot to get the hip movement smooth, is we just, guy leaves his hands there, and we start coming over, boom. Coming over, boom. Coming over, boom. Coming over, boom. Always try to stay as tight. You start loosening up after a while, your legs start getting tight, boom. Alright, so quick little drill, just to understand what you're doing. Alright, sometimes you can do this move because the guy is either trying to hit you, so you come here and you cup. I want you guys to cup with the blade of your shin bone on his bicep, and with your hand, cup on his bicep. Sometimes he'll try to hit you so much with one hand, especially his dominant hand. See how he hit me with that hand? His dominant hand, he'll leave the other one out. And that's when he goes back to do it, I hold him here nice and tight. I have this foot on this side, on his hip. I'm already, maybe I hit him a little bit here, and when I get slick, boom, finish him off. Boom, that's one way that it might work out in a fighting event, okay? Next move is the same armbar from the mount position. There you go, sure.
Alright guys, so the second move that we're going to go over is going to be the armbar from the mount. One thing that, a very important aspect of this is that you have to pinch your knees together against his body. The reason being is that when he bumps up, your body is following the same traction that his body is going to. So for example, if he bumps me that way, I'm going that way. If he bumps me that way, I'm going that way. So at no point am I going to be thrown to a direction that he's not going himself. If I'm posted out like this with my knees out, now I'm all over the place. Now I give him a chance to escape. So I'm going to have knees pinched in tight. I'm going to try to be as high on him as possible. Reason being, that way I control his whole upper body. So I'm going to try to grab his shoulder right here. Because if I can control the shoulder, I can bring his arm up. As soon as I do that, I'm going to bring my knee, I'm going to lift him up and bring my knee parallel to his head. For example, I'm going to come here. So now I have control of his arm right here, and my leg is tight to his body right here. Right? I'm going to grab this arm, I'm going to lift it, and I'm going to get my foot right there and trap his whole upper body right here.
So here you have both of his arms trapped. He's in a very vulnerable position. How do you feel, Kevin?
Pretty weak.
All right. That's good.
So from here,
be nice to your training partners.
So from here, I have a basic armbar, which I'm going to go. When I grab his left arm, his right arm, I'm going to go and I'm going to grab my shoulder. That way, he has a least chance of actually pulling out his arm. I'm going to go. I'm going to again pull on his head, bring my foot over, calm down, knees tight, make sure his thumb is up. Lift my hips and pull on the ground.
Bring it again there. Basically the same exact thing as you were doing from the guard position, but now you're on top of the mount, and look, you're breaking his elbow. See that? It's gonna, if he doesn't tap, and when James elevates his hips, pop, he's gonna go elbow. So you tap, you verbally tap. He's a very quiet guy, Kevin, so he doesn't like to verbally tap. He taps with his foot or his hands, and will telepathically. So let's keep on.
Another variation that you got from that same, another armbar that you got from that same spot. You go back.
Oh, now we're gonna do the MMA style, all right? Just in case the guy's real tight because he's a jiu-jitsu guy and he feels comfortable because he's grappling. But when it's non-grappling, you don't have that option to be so comfortable in a position like that. So you have to react, or
so say he's gonna try to cover his face. I'm gonna start punching him. He's gonna try to bench press me up. So say he bench presses me up. As he bench presses me up, I go, I have it, I lift it.
Oh, nice. And time to jump in there. So now, what he basically did was, because when a guy's like this in jiu-jitsu, this is good defense. Even if he clamps his hands like that, it's harder to dominate a guy. You know, sometimes the guy's moving around, he might bump me off, I'm holding myself, but now I can't finish him. It's jiu-jitsu. But MMA, the guy's holding his hand like that, you know, elbow. See, I'm not even going to hit him, and it's just a natural reaction to cover yourself. Boom, 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 circles, elbows pointing down, boom, tip of the elbow hits, bop, hand points out, boom, boom, outside, outside, inside, even to the body, all right? Sooner or later, he's gonna go out, or he's gonna start to bench press. He might even go for my groin if it's a self-defense situation. I don't want to, but you know what I'm saying? He might even go for my groin. So right when he does that, he extends his hand, I want to try to do it right away. Another quicker way to do it, it's not gonna work against a lot of good jiu-jitsu guys automatically. Like James is teaching you what you would do in a jiu-jitsu tournament against a real good guy. Some average guy or some guy in the street or some guy that knows a little bit of grappling, you'll be able to pull it off. You just put your hand on his chest, other hand across his arm here, and your hand across the top of your hand here. Post it out like you're giving him CPR. You're going to elevate your hips here, and you're going to swim out.